everyone. I am Neelam Mathur and this is the second part of the grammar topic reported speech. In my previous video, I had told you what is reported speech and how many changes take place when we are changing direct speech into indirect speech or vice versa. Some of those changes I had already explained in my previous video. The other changes I am going to explain now. So let's see what all changes or what more changes take place when we are changing direct speech into indirect speech. In the previous video I had told you that how the pronouns change when direct speech changes to indirect speech. What are the conditions when the reported speech does not change? And how and under what conditions reported speech changes its tenses. Now let's see how the statements change from direct speech to indirect speech. The reporting verb said to is changed to told, replied, remarked, enquired, and so on. But that is only when the reporting verb is followed by an object. Object means to, after to me, to him, to anybody. But if reporting verb is not followed by an object, it does not change. Or it changes, yes, it does not change, it remains the same. The inverted commas are removed. The conjunction that is used to connect the reporting clause with the reported speech. Now I will be telling you how do we change the different kinds of sentences from direct speech to indirect speech, right? First of all, the reporting verb say is changed to ask or inquire because this is interrogative sentence. Question is being asked. Then the interrogative sentence is changed into a statement by placing the subject before the verb and the full stop is put at the end of the sentence in place of question mark. For example, I'll give you later because children there are two kinds of interrogative sentences which I will be telling you, and accordingly I'll give you the examples also. So let us see the rules first. Then third rule says if the sentence has a WH word like who, when, where, etc., it is repeated in the sentence and serves as a conjunction. That means we are not using the conjunction that in interrogative sentences. Next rule says that if the interrogative sentence is a yes no answer type sentence, that means it can be answered in yes or no rather than a prolonged explanation with auxiliary verbs am, are, was, were, do, did, have, shall, etc., then if or whether is used as a conjunction, right? So you saw that in any of these two kinds of interrogative sentences we are not using that as a conjunction. If we are using WH or we can say question words, then we use those question word only as a conjunction, and if it is some auxiliary which is helping us to make a interrogative sentence, then we use if or whether. The auxiliaries do, does, did in a positive question in the reported speech are dropped. They are not used. And once again, the conjunction that is not used after the reporting clause. Right? Now let me give you some examples like I said to him, where are you going? So here we have used the question word where. So the indirect sentence will be, I asked him where he was going. We put the subject before the helping verb. He came before was. So this is when we are using a question word or WH word. Now when we are using any of auxiliaries, like I said to him, did you enjoy the movie? Now here we have used did, an auxiliary. So the indirect speech will be, I asked him if he had enjoyed the movie. So this is how the interrogative sentences change when we are changing direct speech into indirect speech. Next come the imperative sentences. Now imperative sentences which show command, request, order, they are imperative sentences. So in imperative sentences having commands, the reporting verb is changed into command, order, tell, allow, request, etc. The imperative mood is changed into the infinitive mood by putting to before the verb. We have done infinitives, participles, infinitives. So we put the preposition to before the verb. So the imperative mood is changed into the infinitive mood by putting to before the verb. And in case of negative sentences, the auxiliary do is dropped and to is placed before placed after not. I'll explain it with the help of examples, children. Now, okay, let me give you the examples first. She said to me, open the window. She ordered me to open the window. The to came before open. Now children, same sentence if we had said that she said to me, please open the window, then we would have used the reporting verb requested, because please means request. So we would have said that she requested me to open the window. Or it can be, I said to him, leave this place at once. Now this is an order. I ordered him to leave that place at once. So these are some of the examples of imperative sentences. Right. Now next come the sentences with exclamation and wishes. Now sometime, though now this is according to your new syllabus class 10, exclamatory sentences are not there, but still I want you to know. You will be doing it in class 11 also. So though I will not go in details, but still I want to cover this topic also. Sometimes exclamatory sentences contain exclamations like hurrah, alas, oh, heavens, bravo, etc. In fact, exclamatory sentences are the sentences which are showing our emotions. They can be emotions of happiness, of sadness, of excitement. So accordingly we use these words hurrah, alas, oh, etc. So such exclamatory words are removed in the indirect speech and we use exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with surprise, etc. instead of said. Next, there are some more examples like when we are using let in the sentence. So first of all, let is used to make a proposal or allow something. So first change the we must change the reporting verb into proposed or suggested, and then we use should instead of let. For example, he said to me, let us go home. Right? So we'll say in indirect speech, he suggested me that we should go home. Right? And when it is something to allow, we can say Ram said to Mohan, let him do it. So we can change it into Ram ordered Mohan to let him do that, or it can also be changed like Ram told Mohan that he might be allowed to do that. So both are correct here. Now come the sentences with question tags, right, where we do not require an elaborate answer, right? So in the indirect speech, the question tag is usually left, and these words are removed and the word respectfully is used in reporting clause. For example, sir, may I go home? This is the direct speech. In indirect speech, we will convert it like Mahesh respectfully asked his sir if he might go home. So this is where the question tags are there. Next come the sentences with yes or no, where the answer is yes or no, right? So here we have got both the things in the sentences. We can say these are compound sentences. In first sentence the question is asked, and in second one the answer is given, like he said, can you dance? And I said no. So when we are changing this into indirect speech, it will become, he asked me if I could dance and I replied that I couldn't, right? So we will not write no, right? Another example I will give you, children. My mother said, will you come home on time? And I said yes. Now this I said yes is question tag. We have not said this complete sentence that yes, I will come back in time, right? So in indirect speech it will become, my mother asked me if I would come home on time and I replied that I would, right? So these are the sentences which have yes or no. Now there are sentences with have to or had to, where we are putting emphasis on something. So change have to according to the rules. And what are the rules? But had to will have another had with it, right? Ki have to will change to had to, because have will change to had. Ki have means present perfect and it will change to past perfect. But if you see according to rules, past perfect remains unchanged, but here we will change past perfect by putting one more had. For example, Hari said, I have to work a lot. Indirect speech will be, Hari said that he had to work a lot. This is simple, have to change to had to. But now if we have had to in the direct speech, that Hari said, I had to work a lot, in that case the indirect speech will be, Hari said that he had to work a lot. And this is it. Last of the sentences are sir, madam or honor, your honor. Generally these words are used to show respect to the person concerned, right? So with these children, we have come to the end of our topic, reported speech or narration. I hope you understood the topic and will be able to do the exercises that I will be sending you later. Thank you and have a nice day.